All right, so we're at Past, Present, and Futures Comic Shop located in West Palm Beach. You guys know my affiliation with Docking Bay and Famous Faces, and also we checked out A&H Comics in Miami, but this is another shop you should definitely check out when you're coming and visiting West Palm Beach. Highly recommended. Wow, this place is huge. We got all the keys here. That's why I looked at it and I said, and then I only saw the one right first. I said to myself, I don't have that. But I looked at the one left and I go, I can't, that's another cover. Yeah, the that came from like really cover. That came from like really cover. I think that was the other two covers. But like that makes sense why. Cool thing is the toys here. And that's what I like, the art up here. Oh my god. That's like the original Sin album cover from Ozzy. That type of artwork. Star Wars Black Series. Oh, these are pretty good. You know these Black Series? I mean, you guys know how I feel about Star Wars, but actually these 4-inch ones, they're actually rare. That's pretty cool. You know, what's interesting is like when you live, like you guys have followed me, and I meet up all the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai action figures. So you guys know, like up and down the east coast of Florida, like most of the comic shop guys know me. And it's a world within a world. We got a Captain America replica shield. Stills from Warner Brothers. That's fucking awesome. So just like the inner workings between the comic shop owners and stuff, like, you know, I always am impartial because someone will say something about one owner and they'll say something about another owner. But most of the guys like know each other and they're all friends with each other. But every now and then, like, you know. Oh, look at that. Like, it's like a disease, like, because, you know, especially us kids in the 80s, we just gravitate to Star Wars. I like these action figures. Look at that, Sarah Connor. Ooh, Storm. You know, her first appearance has been shooting up and she's transferred to DC. She Spawn. Ah, here we go, G.I. Joe. There's always going to be a markup. So he's selling these for $30. Ooh, Alita 1. Oh, and he has the... Yes, that is a rough way to go. Got the Megatron, Baroness His Tank. Ooh, look at that. Motor Master. And look at this, guys. 129 for the Batwing, 179 for the Batmobile. That's what's up. I still have it somewhere in my closet.
Well, take care, fellas.
This is so much fun.
What's up, John? How are you? Not bad.
Masters of the Universe. We got Tila. Speaking of which, I still... Oh, and they're playing Iron Maiden, so, you know, that's a big... Mego replica figures. That's before me. It's like more my uncle. Ooh. It's a nice Wonder Woman. Oh, of course, Spider-Man. Marvel Legends. There's Mystique. I always wanted a Mystique figure. Inhumans. Medusa. She was always a good character. This is cool. Cobra Kai and Turtles. Last Ronin. Oh, they got the Elvira one. How much are they selling it here? $50. Gargoyles. These are like the Hot Toys. So Hot Toys and they got the Megatron. G.I. Joe issue number 1. I saw there are 2 of them. Here's a newsstand. Mr. Sinister. You guys seen me during my unboxings. I picked up this. I love how these reissues, you get to get these key issues. Spawn number 1. Look at that, you got New Mutants 98, I'm sorry. Mad Balls versus Garbage Pail Kids. You know, I didn't pick up the Superman. Let's go. What's cool is the action comics from. So everybody, DC is like specking on DC like really hard for the James Bond. I mean, look at this. Oh, I like that statue. Oh, look at that Catwoman. Look at Doom. So we have some t-shirts back here and then bundles. We got a Voltron shirt. All right, so we're out, and man, I had a lot of fun. We're gonna go back home, back up to my place, and go over the books that I picked up. It's gonna be different than what you expect, but what a great experience. So if you're in West Palm Beach, definitely come and visit past, present, and future comic shops. The hospitality is amazing, the knowledge, the selection, not just comics, but statues, everything. Phenomenal, great staff, great people. All right, so now that we're back at the home base, it's a good time to go over what I actually picked up and brought home. Now, during the course of the video, I know you've seen me have several things in my hands, but unfortunately, I'm not able to bring everything home. Otherwise, my wife will probably have me sleeping outside with the Florida bobcat and panther that we have in our jungle back there. So that's not a good idea. I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank the amazing staff at Past, Present, and Future. Recently, they actually had the Green Ranger come over just before his passing. That was kind of sad, bittersweet and sad, but to know that he was there just before the unfortunate event that happened in his life. But Lou Ferrigno was there. Several comic writers and artists have stopped by. Ray Park, Snake Eyes, Darth Maul was there in August. So they always have famous people stopping by that shop. So if you're ever visiting us here in the Sunshine State and you're by West Palm Beach or particularly the airport, Past, Present, Future is right down the road from there. So make it a point, and I hope that video did it justice. That's a phenomenal store. It's so much fun. You could spend hours and hours there. All right, so let's start off with what I actually brought home. And the first one is actually Fantastic Four issue number 52, the facsimile, obviously. But I love these options. You know, I did it with Amazing Spider-Man issue number 1, Superman number 1, and now we have Fantastic Four number 52, the first appearance of the Black Panther. I doubt that I'll ever pick up this issue. Maybe, I don't know. But the fact of the matter is the significance that it has in showing a utopian society, Wakanda, and how the world, with all of his hate and all this stuff, is not ready for what Wakanda has to offer. That's why they're kind of tucked and hidden away. I mean, the MCU version. So that's, to me, what Black Panther symbolizes. You know, it's not just about African pride. It's also the fact that doesn't matter what color you are, you're willing to exchange ideas and help people. To me, that's what the MCU Black Panther symbolizes, and I love it. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies, and I even liked Black Panther #2. I thought the message was really good. So to get this issue, even though it's a facsimile, I am going to get it graded because it just looks cool. It looks cool, nice, clean, and crisp. After I read it, I'm going to get this one graded. EGS, I think I'm going to get the custom label on it. So that's definitely one I picked up. The other, no surprise, is actually G.I. Joe issue number 239, the John Royal variant cover featuring Storm Shadow. You guys know I basically have the entire IDW run, but there's always 3 that covers at the issue: A, B, and RI. Sometimes they have more. So this is the subscription cover, which was the RI cover. That's what they called it before they switched it to RI. So to have another John Royal cover, and he's becoming big. He's been a friend of the channel since day one. So it's kind of cool to see my friend John Royal get the attention he rightfully deserves and stop being called a J. Scott clone. I mean, he's not. So, but this is a beautiful cover. Look at that. I mean, I've said it from the beginning. John's artwork is amazing. All right, so the next book is actually another reprint, and that's going to be X-Men #1. These 90s, these Marvel milestone editions. Now, actually, these are starting to become somewhat popular, especially the Captain America one. If you find that Captain America one, that's actually quite a bit of coin right there. These X-Men one, and you'll see I also picked up Fantastic Four issue #1, the same thing, are just great to have. They look beautiful. It's an excellent way to enjoy these iconic issues. Obviously, both of these are in the thousands, so the chances of getting these are slim to none, but still, these are actually starting to, slowly matriculate up in value. So they're worthwhile to pick up if you're able to find them. And if you want, getting these graded is not a bad idea either. I think they look beautiful. I actually like the Marvel milestone cover, the little border around it. I think that signifies something, and it's a good thing to have. So these were offered in 90s. I want to say 97, either 97 or 93 off the top of my head. I don't want to open it right now, but I think that's when these were issued. So these are definitely good pickups, especially if you're a fan, So the next book I picked up is Transformers issue #1, featuring the toys. So, we have Optimus up there, the 1984 Optimus Prime toy and Megatron. I thought this was an amazing cover. And you have the CRT old school TV set with the cartoon in the background. This is a wonderful variant of this issue, so I had to get this one. This really pulled on the heartstrings and nostalgia, so that is a good one right there. I love the little TV in the background. That's what sold me right there. So that's definitely good to have. All right, so the next book is actually kind of weird. If you're a heavy metal fan, like you guys know that I am, Glenn Danzig of Danzig actually wrote this comic book. So I'm like, I had to pick this up. This is absolutely insane. And the artwork in it is just as crazy. I mean, look. But again, it's just different, unique. And you guys know I love that, metal darkness type of stuff. Even though I'm a nice dude, I love this stuff. So I had to pick this up because I wanted to I heard that Danzig was writing comics. So I was just interested to see how they are. So luckily they had this, and I was able to pick it up. I want to get issue 1. This is actually uh, Satanica versus Mausoleus Demon 2. So I want to get the first one. Covers by Simon Beasley, and the story is by Glenn Danzig. I mean, that is freaking nuts. I can't wait till Ozzy does a comic book. I know he did that collaboration with the Todd McFarlane for that music video. Oh, cool. Look at these album covers. Look at that Danzig. That is freaking nice. So I had to pick this up. This was like right up my alley. And it's funny because when the guy at Past, Present, and Futures rang me on, he had a smile. He's like, "Yeah, that's good stuff." He was playing Iron Maiden in the background, so it made sense. So the next book is this came out of Comic-Con. The big news of another Spawn and Batman team up, and I particularly targeted the J. Scott Campbell cover. I was just talking about him with John Royal, but this is the cover I wanted to get because of J. Scott Campbell, and it is beautiful. Look at that. You got Spawn and Batman teaming up together. So remember they did back in the 90s, they had the team up of Spawn and Batman. So, I think, during the Comic-Con, there was, they talked about this, and they decided that, hey, let's give this a go one more time. So I'm glad that they were able to do that. I think Frank Miller is actually on board with this. I'm not sure. Let me check. No, it's just written by Todd McFarlane. Greg Capullo is the pencils. Inks by Todd McFarlane. So it is just a Todd McFarlane thing. But again, Capullo, McFarlane, J. Scott Campbell. I mean, those are 3 things you want in a modern comic book. So you can't go wrong with that. And the next books is actually going to segue to our next PGX unboxing. Now, I got back the shipment, and it is huge. I mean, I didn't get anything back in November. Actually, I didn't get anything back in October and November. So I've been waiting all this. All right, so unfortunately my mic died. So instead of redoing it, let's pretend it's one of those 70s kung fu movies. So this is my Shaolin shadow boxing. Oh, you dirty rat, you killed my brother. Anyway, I'm talking about Dracula. How the next video we're going to do is a PGX unboxing focusing on Dracula. And this is Dracula number 4 that I was able to pick up. And once we do our PGX unboxing, I'll showcase some and how Werewolf by Night, the MCU special, kind of triggered going down this. I mean, I'm a big fan of horror and scary darkness shit. So it's just amazing how I totally overlooked this entire genre growing up. And that's what's the cool thing about getting back into comics in this stage in life, is that you're able to discover these wonderful gems that you have overlooked. And so I'm talking about me sending in, this is the first appearance of Man-Thing's name on the cover. So this is a very key issue, and I was actually shocked to pick this up and find it and get it at a good price. Obviously, it's going to be a mid-grade issue, but still, it's the point of having the book, not the number that's associated with it. And to get the first appearance title of Man-Thing is a phenomenon. All these Dracula ones, they're not in the 9s, they're low. You're going to see when we do the PGX unboxing that, but it's just the point of getting these wonderful books done, using that clean and press and getting the highest grade possible. Of course, you're not going to get the high grade, but that's not the point. Well, that pretty much wraps up this episode. And once again, I'd like to thank the amazing staff at Past, Present, and Futures. Be sure to check out their social media presence. And if you are, go ahead and visit them. You're going to be thankful. And of course, Like, share, and subscribe this episode. And please stay tuned. The next PGX unboxing is going to be a shitload of fun. We have a lot of unboxing to do. So we'll see you next time.